So good to be back. Hi, Periel. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very, very good. How's your week going?
My week is going well. I'm so happy to be here. I've been class mom this week, so it's just like a fucking throw myself into traffic.
Insanity that you. It's so funny. I get to just experience that world of having kids, and we were just before we started the show talking about when we wake up, and you wake up at 6 a.m. to deal with the kids and all that stuff and get them to where they have to get to.
Yeah.
And I feel like I wake up early. I wake up at 9:30.
I know, that was hilarious. You're like, I get up early, 9:30.
Right. And then our guest came in today, Olga, and just so you know how she walked in, she looks exactly like one of those Syrian moms in Deal or in not Eastern, what was it called?
Brooklyn, Midwood.
What's it called? Yeah, Midwood.
Yeah.
She's like thin, tan, looks like she just came from vacation. And she's got the drink in her hand, all holding it. And looks like she just dropped off like 6 kids in 6 different yeshivas. But no, she just woke up about 10 minutes before arriving here, 5 minutes late. So you have the look of the community you come from. You come from the Syrian community of New York.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
And now you're a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
And you're hysterical.
Oh.
And you're so fun. And I've had you on shows. And just so you get her humor, I'm going to deliver the joke because I'm going to change one of the words on it. But one time I'm doing a show, and you look out the curtain just to see what's happening with the opening act and the audience. And I look out and I see over the audience like 2 tables of Hasidim, full with the whole curls and the white shirts and this and their wives. And then, boom, you just begin. And the joke was something along the lines of, your father didn't want you to wear a tank top because you didn't look modest. So I went back up and put a turtleneck on and then went out and slept with everybody. And they exploded from laughter. It's one of your jokes, no?
Yeah, I say below.
Below, but I figured I'd keep it. Yeah, I know, but I don't mind my guests, but I like to keep it very clean for myself. But
Okay, but no, but
they
that's
exploded in laughter. She absolutely blew the room away. She was so. First of all, she's beautiful to look at, and she delivers her jokes with you have a quirk to your thing, some contortioning little. When you deliver your lines, it's very cute to watch, and you're amazing, and you have a crazy story from what I.
Yeah.
But I know. What's up? Well, you came from the Syrian community.
Okay, yeah. I came from there. I got married at I say 17 in my act, but it was really 18.
Okay, well
it's
just to keep the lawyers out of it.
Yeah. And then
what do you bring on here?
Oh, so yeah, 18, and then my husband was 18 years older. My parents hated him.
Double high, at least.
Wow.
Yeah, by the way, I didn't even. That's supposed to be good luck.
Yes,
But
it was double horrible.
Well, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it's better than living in my house.
Oh my God.
I hated my house.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I probably married him. I was like, I have to get the fuck out.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Why did you hate your house? First of all, you grew up in Brooklyn.
I grew up in Brooklyn. We had I'm one of 6 kids.
In Midwood, right? It's just for people who don't know, just background. In New York City, in Brooklyn, there's a whole Syrian community, right? Mm-hmm. You guys live on what's that parkway?
Ocean Parkway.
Ocean Parkway. They have these homes that are gorgeous homes on a parkway. It's insanity. And they're millions and millions of dollars, and they all have a place in Deal,
yes,
which is in New Jersey, their vacation spot, and you come from this community, and this community likes to stay within its community very, very much.
Yes, even
very much.
Yeah. It used to be like, oh, you can't date Ashkenaz,
That's the other type of Jew.
Nobody.
I don't.
Imagine that they don't know. I know you're looking at me thinking my entire audience knows everything I know. But Periel has been edifying them in Jewish lingo.
Okay.
So those of you who don't know, there's Sephardic and there's Ashkenazi. Sephardic is the Jews that come from Africa, and the Ashkenazi comes from Eastern Europe. It's a chicken. There's the white meat and the dark meat.
Very
and
nice.
Thank you. So you come from the dark meat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's true. But we play this game in my house. Who would be the best chicken to eat? Because there are some whatever. It's
No,
stupid.
what is
No,
that?
it's
That's
dessert.
No,
It's
my
the-
sisters always play a game like if we had to eat someone, if they were a chicken, who would be the best chicken? And we said my sister, we said she has a lot of white meat on her.
Okay.
They said I would be like a wing, like crunchy. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, we are. We're the dark meat of
We're
the
the dark
Jews.
meat, yeah.
I
So your
guess.
parents are conservative.
Orthodox,
They're
modern.
Orthodox. The Syrian community doesn't have reform and conservative. It's just all Orthodox, whether they are or not. Am I
Okay.
right or wrong?
Yes.
It's,
Which is weird. Yeah, because
yes.
So with my ex-husband, because we're all Orthodox, but he drove on Shabbat, which it's weird because you call yourself Orthodox, but you're driving on Shabbat. Do you know what I mean?
Well, Shabbat, those of you who don't know,
Sabbath.
is the way Syrians say Shabbat or Shabbos. Shabbat.
Why?
I don't know why. They also say Ashkenazi. It's like the weirdest thing.
This is like a whole new world.
No. The Syrian community definitely identifies as this whole little clique within the Jewish community. Am I right? They're
Yeah.
amazing. They raise money in a second. If a rabbi wants a synagogue, boom, checks arrive, it goes right up. Am I right?
Yeah,
Yeshivas,
I
and they
do
help
that,
each other
yeah.
too, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a very
But if your daughter wants to become a comedian,
then
that
First they'll,
ruffles
like-
a few chicken feathers.
Well, I mean, no. First, they'll just like talk about you and say you're weird. That's it. And then your father would my father would freak out. I don't know if any other.
that's every community. When
Yeah,
when my mom was telling people Mori's going to go do comedy full time, so they began to. It's not working out for him at the investment banking place. it didn't work out over there. No, every community is going to have their gossip.
Yes. So they think that I'm so weird. And then, I mean, because I don't, but in my act, I make sure not to like criticize them. Like I'll
Nice.
say I'm an Orthodox Jew and but I'll never speak bad about my community, I guess, because they do great things,
Yes,
you know?
it's amazing stuff that they do.
I mean, yeah.
And your
There's-
act is it's hysterical. She's absolutely hysterical.
She's amazing.
And you've been
Thank
doing
you
some
so
great
much.
stuff. Besides your own thing, you've also been working with other big comedians.
Yeah, it's been great. I
You
love
were
it. It's
with
great.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah, I did. I was a Gilbert, I guess, and then I'm so awkward.
She's so
Okay.
modest. Like seriously, like you compliment her,
No.
she'll get. I'm like, you're amazing. She's like,
What's your favorite Gilbert? I mean, now that you worked with him a few times, there's definitely some story that I worked with him a few times, and I have such great hysterical stories about him. Give us a good Gilbert Gottfried story.
I thought you were gonna say joke, and then I was gonna
Not
I
joke.
would
Something
have
that
that
happened
offhand.
with him.
I don't.
Hanging with him usually is more fun than anything.
I think I don't know. I hang out with Dara a lot, the wife.
Okay.
Yeah, but Gilbert's funny. I mean, I don't. Maybe we're both shy in front of each other that I don't even say any. It's more I speak to Dara.
No, he's absolutely
that-
hysterical. If you ever sat with him at the Comedy Cellar table, you die. You can die how funny it is. It's
Yeah.
really him. We did a show one time that Stuttering John from the Howard Stern Show put together. It was in Anaheim in this arena, and he had a bunch of comedians, and he put Gilbert Godfrey on. And we were all staying at this motel thing. And there was, and John had a room that was a little bit bigger, and there was a fruit basket in the room. There was a fruit basket in the room, and we all hung out in that room after the show, ordered pizzas, had the best time, and then Gilbert just says, "My room didn't have a fruit basket.
Okay.
My room did not have a fruit, and he wouldn't leave it alone." And John's like stoned out of his mind. Yeah, fruit basket. Yeah, drinking beers and this and that. And then again, he goes, "My room didn't have a fruit basket." Just so you know, I don't remember the rest of the night, but the next morning we're all on the airplane, hungover, and all I see is Gilbert walking on with this fruit basket. That is my favorite Gilbert story.
That's funny.
And that's just him. It's just him.
Yeah, okay. So we were in Connecticut, and he wanted wine for after the show, So I went down to get a glass I was like, okay, I want a glass of wine for me. And then I was like, and also Gilbert wants. And they're like, Gilbert has a bottle of wine in his room. And then, and I was like, no, but he wants one now for when he gets off stage. And they wouldn't give it to me for some reason. I thought that was weird on their part. Like,
They probably thought you wanted it, no?
Wine. Yeah.
They probably thought you wanted it.
No. Is that why they wouldn't give it to me? Like
Maybe.
2 glasses?
No, that's crazy.
I was like, he wants it. He was getting off and he wanted a glass. They were being so strange. But then when I went and I didn't, it was first of all so awkward because I already sipped from mine. I thought they were going to give me his. I didn't think it was going to be an issue. So, and it's Corona time. So I'm like walking around with this wine, drinking mine. And I'm like, Gilbert, they don't want to give you a wine.
My God.
And it looks like I'm not like giving it to him. Do you know what I mean? And he goes, and they said they said you have a whole bottle in your room. And he's like, well, I don't want to open up that bottle.
That's what I knew I knew that's where this was going. Of course he doesn't want to open it. He's planning on taking that home and then maybe giving it as a gift somewhere or just leaving it in the house untouched.
Right. Yeah.
That's him. That is literally
so
him.
Funny.
Yeah.
So I will tell you, I had the opportunity to open for Joan Rivers like 3 or 4 times.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and whatever they left in, she was big. I was like 2 years before she passed away. I opened for her, and she was big, and the dressing room they leave bottles of wine and raisinets and and all kinds of other and sandwich platters and fruit platters but whatever wasn't gonna go bad, she took everything. The candies, the bottles, the water bottles, the Pepsis, she took everything. She
God
was just
bless.
God bless. No, it was just a thing she
But
had.
did she take it to? I feel like she's the type to like give it to like poor people.
I'm sure she gave it to any. I'm sure by the time she
Right.
got to the car, she gave it out to whoever she gave it
She
to.
gave it to Gilbert.
But she wasn't leaving it in the dressing room. It was kind of like respect, I think it's also respect to the place. They left you a wine where you're leaving it there. You take it with you.
Would you? Well, do you think they throw any of it out?
I don't know.
Or they save it for the next.
Who is collecting? Like, who wants this stuff? It's like a shitty bottle of like how good could this bottle of wine be?
No, if they're leaving a bottle, I'm sure for Gilbert it was the kind of wine you get with the Sholach Manas box, for the Purim box. When you in Purim they have those baskets and they put like a cookie and some bottle of wine that could literally like take the paint off a door,
It's so
right. But I'm sure for her they bought a nice bottle of wine and all that.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Patti LaBelle, I did a show. Took everything out of the living room.
Amazing.
Everything out of the room.
Would you take things?
They never leave anything good for me in the room. No, everything they give me is already open. It's nothing. I'm thrilled when they have a coffee. What? Oh, City Winery take care. I love clubs that take care of you. You walk in, they're like, here's your waiter for the night. Here's your this and here's your that. You want merch? No problem. Here's some merch. City Winery was amazing. They are adorable, and my Christmas show is there, the 25th. Not my Christmas show. My show, my 25th of December show, but the stuff in the room is also fun. It's just nice. They leave you a mug. They leave you.
I feel like
It is.
you have to take care of your people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like gross not to. I just think it's hilarious that Gilbert's like walking out with like a backpack full of stuff.
He did Ryan Reese's show in Long Beach, and they gave out T-shirts.
Okay.
Oh, he loves that.
Yeah.
Loves
He took
T-shirts.
all of them, but they're like, you didn't get one. I got one, but because they're like, we gave like 30 of them.
And Gilbert has all of them.
It's very good material, those shirts.
Wait, so go on.
Okay.
So back up. So you're 18 years
like-
old.
You're 18 years old.
Where
You're
do you
married
meet
and
this guy?
A guy who's 18. Where did she meet him?
Yeah.
Where did she meet him? On plus18.com. Go ahead. No.
I met him. I met him in Florida, Passover.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then maybe I've met him once before, but that's where we got like together.
Now, can you excuse my ignorance here for a second? Is it unusual for an orthodox guy at age 36 to not be married? Like, aren't
Oh yeah, that was yeah,
like a big
when
red
he
flag?
like went down the aisle, everyone was like clapping.
Ugh.
Like it was a big thing. Yeah.
Clapping for what? The fact
That
that
he finally got married.
Oh.
But the reason why, I guess it could have been like a red flag, but like his dad, like they had a business in Washington, so he would be there like 3 days a week. So that was always like an issue, I guess, for people. For, they're like, he's in Washington 3 days a week. But for me, whatever he said, he doesn't have to be there and he can move to New York. Like that was like one of the, he had to promise to live in New York.
Okay.
But that didn't happen.
To who? Who do you have to promise to?
My father.
To your father,
And the
okay.
rabbi.
Oh
I
my
guess.
God! We're like
Yeah.
exchanging like cattle here.
Well,
What's going on?
He didn't. He ended up getting indicted. That was like
Fun. And da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. No one mentioned that. How like Otisville indicted or like real indicted?
I don't know what Otisville indicted is, but I guess it was real. Like it was like 8, but like I don't know.
How many years? It doesn't matter.
I thought it was 40, but
Wait.
he didn't end
40?
up going to jail though.
Oh, he had
ended
a good lawyer. He had a good lawyer.
Yeah, he had a good lawyer.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
was
like-
he indicted for?
A bribery, conspiracy, wire fraud, tax fraud, mail fraud, tax evasion, and one other thing. I don't remember it, but it's fine.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
But he was innocent.
Okay.
And then
Allegedly.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
innocent until proven guilty. What are you already throwing him under the bus? Maybe he didn't do anything. Who knows?
yeah, and the guy he was the guy, I guess, that was like, he was involved in like a bunch of Ponzi schemes, and
Okay.
they're like, give us someone like a big name, and then we'll give you less years in jail that's yeah, whatever.
Okay,
It was a whole
doesn't
thing.
matter. It's you.
And then
You went through it though, but you went through it.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really understand what was going. I didn't know what the word indictment meant. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you were, like,
he told me,
18
I was
years
like, oh,
old.
that's fine.
Oh wow.
And then I like had to Google it.
That's hysterical.
But and then the old, like, I was like, you can't even go to my friend's birthday party. Like, I was more concerned about my things and not the fact that he was like maybe gonna go to jail. Do you know what I mean?
That's hysterical. I mean, it's incredible. You were that young. You had no idea what was really going on.
Yeah, and I couldn't, like, the courtroom was like this. That was like annoying because you have to wake up early.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, she had. Your Honor, can we do this at 10:30? My wife takes her a minute to get up. That's so hysterical. Is that in your act, that stuff, or no?
Not just that of the indictment I talk about. I feel like they probably would get very upset.
I promise you, they're gonna hear this. This is gonna get to them.
I'm
The
gonna get in
Syrians love
trouble.
me. The Syrians love.
Well,
The Syrians.
isn't it like public knowledge? With all due respect.
Yeah, but they're gonna be like, "Why is she talking?"
Whenever,
I'm so sorry.
Whenever Jews are about to do lashon hara, whenever they say, I'm not talking evil because it's in the newspapers and then they give you all the information.
What's lashon hara?
Go ahead. What's lashon hara?
Well, it literally means bad talk. No,
Bad
Right.
tongue.
Bad
no?
tongue.
Bad
It
tongue.
means bad
Lashon.
tongue, but not from the deli counter.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
bad tongue, like it's speaking.
Yeah.
It's gossip.
It's gossip, right?
It's
right,
not
so-
gossip because it's your life. Like, it happened to you. So, like,
I mean,
Good
I
ang-
think
good
that.
angle.
no,
Wow.
it's true. It's enraging when my mother does this. Oh, you can't talk. You can't talk about this. I'm like, my entire family is like, you can't. Yes, I can. Don't be crazy, and I won't talk about you.
Oh,
You thought you were nuts. You thought you were
guess-
nuts. This one over here,
is nuts.
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 No, but pented up nuts. Pented up nuts. She's also on comedy stages now, letting it all out. Yeah, just like you. Is the comedy your outlet. That's the worst
That's-
host you
yeah.
can ever do. Is the comedy how you let your? It's not, people. Comedy is how we just live. Does it feel better talking about it on stage or no?
Which what?
Your crazy past life.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why I do it. It's so weird, the comedy in general. But I think it makes me feel like maybe the first time I went on stage, it made me feel like, like I'm not crazy. Like what I went through was crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes,
I keep
very
telling you
good.
that. I keep telling you
Yeah.
that. You're not crazy. It's easy to be like, she's crazy, because then nobody else has to take responsibility for their own behavior.
Right.
Right. That I guess when I got divorced, like everything was like, and it like, oh, she, like it was my thing. Like she was like anorexic alcoholic who couldn't cook. That's what it was.
And here's some more information we left out for you.
I was like, how'd they know? No, the cooking was.
I love it.
But the cooking, I was such a bit like I didn't know how to cook. I was young.
You didn't grow up with one of those moms that there's
No,
always recipe
my mom
and
was
all that.
so not like that. And his parents and his whole family was like that, and my mom wasn't at all. Like she hated cooking so much, and so then when I didn't realize that when you get married, you have to like do things. Like I
Yes.
didn't know that you have to like, clean.
No,
cook.
no, that's not true. That's a myth.
It's a
that's
myth.
perpetuated by like some patriarchal structure.
Cause I got married and he's like, "Where are the clean towels?" I'm like, I thought they just
you
like.
didn't have a housekeeper? You didn't have a
appear.
housekeeper?
I did, but not every day.
Okay.
And I should have just got. I should have got a housekeeper every day, but I also my family was like very cheap with me growing up, so I had so much guilt spending money.
Oh wow, that's something else too. That's another.
Okay, I mean maybe
another
slit,
slice,
yeah.
another slice into.
Well,
it.
now I wouldn't feel guilty.
Yeah,
Maybe
you spend money.
I
You
don't know.
treat yourself to stuff now.
I don't know. Maybe not like crazy.
I mean, you always look cute and adorable on stage, but I never know it's one of those T-shirts that's like $2 or like some Chanel or Dior for $700.
No, I would never buy that expensive. I wouldn't spend that on a T-shirt. Maybe like $100 the most.
Right. Okay.
It depends
Right.
if it was like a good vintage T-shirt, though.
Yeah, I love T-shirts and sweatshirts. Sweatshirts I would spend, but maybe but not over like $200 on a sweatshirt.
I always wear black T-shirts, and we were walking by Prada, and Leo says, "Let's get something crazy new, just another look." We walk inside, and it's all just crazy stuff. And then the guy goes, "Oh, but you know what? We have our classic black T-shirt." And they brought it up from downstairs. And it's a packet that comes in 3 black T-shirts.
Gorgeous.
And you think, in your mind, you're going, how much could this cost? $150 a T-shirt. $150.
That's how much?
No.
Oh, I thought that was
no,
a lot.
much more.
More.
Yeah.
More.
It's more. And it ended up being like $788 for a packet of 3 T-shirts
That's insane.
from Prada. And they're all in the dryer, and now they can fit my nephew. And it was the crazy.
Oh, you bought it?
Yeah.
Wow.
They are. When it first comes on, it looks amazing, and you wash it. I mean, don't forget to turn it inside out and only cold to warm water. And on Thursdays after Motzi Shabbos, you can do it. Then you can wring it and just hang it. And who's hanging a T-shirt? Who's hanging? I have cousins in Israel who they're obsessed with laundry.
Oh, yeah.
Clips, old school. And I'm like, no, it goes in the washer, in the dryer, and
But that's
move
how
on.
it ruins.
Yeah,
Like
but
But
so-
why does
This
washing
one
clothes
from
ruin
drying.
them?
I know.
Washing clothes should not ruin clothes.
You know what's annoying?
Sometimes it makes them yummier. It makes them even like more fit you better and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I'm very bad at laundry. I still don't know. I don't separate. Is that bad?
I've
That's
never
bad.
separated in my life.
People sit there, they separate all day.
Yeah, it's racist.
Listen,
No,
They
you
are,
separate,
it's
but because
true.
of color. No,
oh,
you
it's hysterical. Wait, so how did you even know that you could get divorced? Because how long were you married for?
I didn't know. I didn't really know. I mean, they just told me. I'm kidding.
Who's the they? Again, that's not who told you, hey, guess what an option is? Getting divorced.
I think I was like, I think I mentioned like I wasn't happy. And like, I think he was like, I don't know if he was shocked, but he didn't know.
You were the Princess Diana of the Syrian community.
Totally. That's amazing, Modi.
Right?
You
Isn't that
think so?
That's amazing.
Wow.
And divorce is an option in the Jewish religion.
Well,
Don't you have to get a get?
Yeah. Well,
don't you need permission?
Did you get a get?
Okay, so this is the thing with the get. My ex, he knew nothing about like Judaism, like the get and anything. And then my dad.
Should we explain what a get is? A get is a divorce paper. It is when a woman and a man are getting divorced and they are married, the woman has to be given a get by the husband.
Permission.
Yes.
And then but it has to be, it's like not just you file online and it shows up. 3 rabbis have to get together and write stuff with a quill pen. I might be wrong. I'm not your rabbi. This is all I know so far of this. And they have to put this thing together, and it's not fun.
It's permission, though. The husband has to grant you a get, right?
Yeah, you have to put your hands open like this, and then he like places the paper and like basically it's a prayer that's like you're free to go.
It's your walking papers.
My
it's your
God.
free to go.
Come
it's your
on,
free
you
to go.
guys.
Oh my God. Get means free to go. That's the translation of get. Take care. Have a good one.
We're done.
It's get on with your life.
Oh, get on with your life. Yes.
Then you did.
Well, I don't know how much. Not in the beginning.
No, but it made you the person you are. It made you. So. No, you have a story. You have an act about it. You have a look. That's it. You're good.
When did you start doing comedy?
I mean, you're getting.
Oh, late. At first, when I got divorced, I had to move home, and I was like, I had to be like this, like as if I was never married. Like went back to like
dating,
like curfew, and
did you date again?
I dated, but like the boys have to pick you up. Like it went like you can't be in the city without like a guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like
no, I don't know what you mean.
I'm gonna tell you that the Syrian community takes their dating super seriously. When Corona began, when COVID began, the pandemic, within a month, I get a phone call from somebody who put together this app. He said, "Oh my God, the kids are home and they can't go on dates. And what are we gonna do? They have to get married, and it's a big thing." And this guy called up and I bought the software for an app. We're calling it Date C, which is Date SY. SY is how you call the Syrians. That's how they call them, SYs. And so, and he goes, and we have it set up that it's only for Syrians and only for this, and married and bam. And bless their hearts, they, during the pandemic and the lockdown, they put marriages together. Happy ones, happy ones. And no, it doesn't always have to be miserable. Good things come out of when a community comes together, and they had amazing success with this thing, but they take dating seriously.
Yeah.
When Fauci said lock down and don't visit people, they said, no. These kids need to meet and date and marry.
I don't like.
Am I right or wrong?
I
don't like that. It's like you have to date to marry. Like, why can't you just date to meet interesting people?
They meet, and then
because everybody knows everyone already.
So it's not like, so the kids meet. So this is another story. I know I can't verify if it's true. I was told in Deal, they can take their bicycles to the pool on Saturday or something.
They ride their bike to go to a party.
They can ride their bike. Why can they ride their bike? Because at the party, at the beach, at the pool, this is where the young kids meet, and they have to meet before they get married. So in order to meet, the rabbi said, ride your bike.
Yeah, they put the string.
Here we go. Back to the
but
string.
it's always back to the Eruv.
Back to the Eruv.
Why?
Back
really?
to the Eruv. Yeah, she's obsessed with the Eruv.
You are?
It sounds like there's a lot
I think it's strange, right?
You think it's strange?
I mean, there's
it's
a
the
string that lets you like.
World.
They're like, oh, don't worry, there's a string you could carry. I think that's a little weird. On Yom Kippur,
I'm dying to know the first time someone described an Eruv to you.
I think my dad did when I was like third grade or something, when he said we could ride our bike on Shabbat in Deal.
Okay.
Because there's an Eruv.
And she just said, you can ride your bike, don't worry about it, because there's an Eruv.
There's
And
a
you
sh-
said,
there's-
perfect, Dad. And you had no idea.
I don't, he's like, no, there's a string that lets you carry and like whatever. I was like, really? Like that was cool.
It's cool. No, I'm telling you, every Jewish
exciting.
thing has, if you connect to it spiritually, it's cool. It's cool.
I mean, a lot of like loopholes, no?
Yes.
But that was because on Yom Kippur, so I wasn't using my phone, and I don't have a watch, but I asked Alexa what time it is. Would you say that that's bad?
Oh, interesting question. That's a good one. No, you could have asked the housekeeper to ask Alexa.
Right,
Oh my
exactly.
That's how you can do it. Elizabeth, ask Alexa if there's...
Right.
Yeah.
Now, is that what is described as a Shabbos Goy?
Yeah, that's a Shabbos. Shabbos Koi is...
yeah.
See, it's funny. People think the Shabbos Koi is just a guy that, or a girl that does whatever you need done. Can you put the lights on? You can't say to them, put the lights on. You go,
You have to hint.
wow, is it dark in here?
Oh, come on.
I swear to
Yes.
God, wow, is it dark in here? So if you didn't put your air conditioning on and the guy walks by and you want him to put it on, you say, sir, can you come here? If you a minute. It's very warm in my house. So the guy looking at him, what's your problem? Well, he goes to put the AC on. It's the Sabbath. And then the guy goes, you want me to put your AC on? If you happen to walk by the button and throw it up, I'll take the AC.
Yeah.
It has to be done in a very...
Okay, first
It's
of all,
funny.
Yeah,
'cause
wait, let her go. She's going to lose it now.
No.
She's going to go ahead.
that's astonishing.
Good work. You haven't used that one. Usually she just goes, that's crazy. I like astonishing. I like astonishing.
Second of all, could you explain to all of our listeners what a Shabbos Goy is?
That's it. Somebody who is allowed to put the lights on or carry or...
A Goy is somebody who's not Jewish.
A goy is somebody who's not Jewish, yes.
Can you ask somebody who's less religious than you are?
No, you cannot, right? Go ahead. What did you have to say?
No, I'm the Shabbos Goy in my house.
Because you volunteer. You just
They're
walk
like,
around
this
putting the lights on
movie
and
is
off.
so boring. No.
And then they all... Hilarious. And then you have to go through Netflix for them while they're keeping Shabbos?
Yes, exactly. And
That's
then my
hysterical.
cousin's daughter is like, how come Olga gets to change the television on Shabbat? And then whatever. She's just like, because when you get older, sometimes you don't keep things. And if you want to decide that, whatever. That's it.
The choosing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they think I'm crazy. Not crazy. It's
They
just
probably
bad.
don't
It's
think
not.
as crazy
I
as you
won't
think
do it
they
in
do.
front of my dad.
Do they really think you're nuts, or just like she's quirky? She's like, is it really nuts? Do they think you are? Because
Well,
everybody says
I
my
don't
family
know.
thinks I'm crazy.
Do they come see your shows?
Never my parents, but when my cousin Chelsea, when I opened for Chelsea in Jersey, the Stress Factory last year, it was near Deal, so they came.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that was nice. Not my parents.
How'd the
though.
show
My-
go?
My, my, it
Your
was good.
friends, your family,
My
not
family
not the
came.
parents, right?
Yeah, my parents would never.
How was the show?
It was good. It was fun. I loved it. I liked it. It was in Corona. It was like the best thing ever. Like,
I
when
haven't
there was
done, I
like
haven't done
no
the Stress
shows.
Factory in a while.
Oh, I love it there. It's fun.
Yeah, it used to be. So the owner of the club, Vinny, does he still do comedy?
Yes.
So he goes on. So I remember when I was closing the show there, he would do this phone call thing. Does he still do the phone call thing? No.
Well, when I did the Chelsea show, it was just me and then Chelsea. He came and
He didn't do the
just
whole
set
thing,
the
okay.
rules but then I did another show when it was him and his wife and then I went on. Like they did
Okay.
this like skit things together. Which
Okay.
was, but I never saw him alone do it
Yeah, he did this thing where he made a phone call to somebody's family in the audience, like as a kid, they called the dad and said something crazy, and that
That's
was
funny.
it was sometimes it was funny, sometimes it was a disaster, and then you
Which
have
is
to
also
follow it.
funny.
And here's Modi, One time the father came and picked the kid up. Yeah. One time he came to pick the kid up, right? Yeah.
What would he say to the dad?
I forgot what your father. He smashed the car. He did this and this, and then the
Oh,
father was so
no.
mad that the kid gave the number, and he came and like get the hell home and all that and da 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 da.
Oh,
and
wow.
all that, yeah.
God, that's a
Yeah,
nightmare.
that's
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
And then you followed that?
No, then there was
Oh.
another. Then one of the bartenders does a few minutes, and then yeah, he always had the bartenders were always comics. And good
Really?
ones. Julian used to work there. Julian, the comedian.
I don't know.
Okay, so he was from that also that little scene, and it was
Oh, wow.
it was a fun room. It's a great room.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place to do comedy?
Well, you're putting me on the spot. Periel show.
Yeah.
There you go. So she's on your show.
She comes on my show a lot.
Okay, good.
But no, I like a lot of places. But I love Governors.
You do. Oh,
Yes.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a good. Yes, I do see your ads on.
They
on
always
on
they like
Instagram.
give me. They pushed me like the most. Like they're just like, you're headlining, and I was like, I don't know how. And then they're like, well, you have this much time to get it together. So like that was like, whatever. They pushed me.
Good for you. Good
That's
for them.
good.
It's
That's
good.
amazing.
I'm there December 2nd. Looking
Oh,
forward to it.
you're gonna have
yeah.
so much fun.
I'm gonna have so much fun.
Where are you at the main room?
Yes,
or
the main room.
No, the brokerage or there's Levittown or Belmore. They have 3 clubs.
Which
but,
one? Levittown.
Okay, yes, that's okay. That's fine.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all good, but it's more people.
So tell us. Now we got to know you a little bit. You guys see how hysterical she is. Definitely come out and see Olga and give us your information.
Oh, like my Instagram?
Yeah.
I was like, so my number is. No, my Instagram is just Olga Namer, Olga, and then Namer, Namer.
And you have a question to ask her.
Yeah, I always ask. Who's your rabbi?
Rabbi Shammah.
Good. Who's he?
Do you know him? He's a rabbi, and
You're the first one that answered
Yeah,
right away.
totally.
Usually everybody's like,
my father's obsessed with Rabbi Shammah.
oh,
Like,
Sephardim. It's one of my jokes. Sephardi people love their rabbis.
Yeah, like Rabbi Shammah is like the doctor of the family and the therapist.
Oh,
and
yes,
like,
he's a real doctor, right?
No, it's just if you ever have a medical issue,
That's
let's
who
go
you
ask
call.
Rabbi Shammah.
Oh,
If
that
you
sounds
have
like a
Okay.
good idea.
You know what? Yeah.
That sounds
You
like a
have
great
marriage
idea.
problems, Rabbi Shammah. You know, he knows everything.
It's amazing. Okay, so that's who you're sticking with your dad's rabbi.
I mean, I don't.
But who would you go to if you had a spiritual question or some question about life? Who would you go to? Not rabbi.
Maybe my father. Nah. Yeah, I mean, if it was like a religious question,
No.
Something about should I do this? Is it a good energy? Is
like if it was like no, like let's
who is
say
your
that,
who would be your comedy rabbi? Who would you go to for comedy advice?
comedy advice. Oof. I don't know. I don't ask. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should.
Maybe it's a
Maybe
good thing to think about.
Maybe like it depends what the advice is, but I guess I don't know. I ask everybody.
Okay.
Maybe I know I should get like someone that I ask.
No, you don't have to. You don't have, because I don't have a rabbi. You can just say that. But if
I guess I ask the owner of Governors a lot.
there you go, that's somebody.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. And so the best way to reach you is on Instagram.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And
Don't
you-
give out your phone number.
Yes. Anything you want to plug?
I have a few shows coming up at Stand Up New York. I don't know when this is airing, but you can check my Instagram, Periel Ashenbrand.
Okay, I am, first of all, I want to thank for the past 5 episodes. They were sponsored by Brian Gross, Yumi from Flatbush, in honor of the love he has for his wife, Chedva. And if you want to sponsor an episode or have us review something or do an advertisement, get in touch with us at modilive.com. And that's also where you can find out all of my upcoming shows. This Thursday is not going to be aired for this show, but the Fort Lauderdale show, the Broward Center on the 26th, and then Skokie on November 9th. I'm looking forward to those shows, and I'm going to be also at Stand Up New York on the 18th. Those are always fun too, just a little Hamish, little small crowds. And Thank you all very, very much for listening. And thank you, Olga. It's such a pleasure to hang with you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Bye.